Manager 2018. We're in Bulgaria with PFK Montana. And as recently, we've got Shorty down here, huh? Well, thank you. Shorty, for some reason, and I couldn't tell you why, has decided he's terrified of something. So I looked down, he was curled up between my feet in the computer, just shivering. So we're going to have to live with him in the lab. I don't know what it was that triggered it, but for now we'll let him sit up here. So let's see what's gone on. Let's go ahead and first of all, let's take a look at how the games have gone. So we saw this one, 0-2 loss. Assistant manager blamed it on morale, and when I checked, sure enough, morale was bad. I'm not really sure why. We had just stomped 3 games in a row. We brought some new players in. Yes, I'm not really sure what caused the rebound, but it was terrible. So I went back in. We're right there. You can see the first of the month rolled around just between the Lokomotiv Plovdiv. And so I try to go the first of every month through the training, and everybody whose training looked good, go ahead and praise them for that. I also went through and praised everybody whose form had been decent for the last 7 or up for the last 5 games. And prayed, essentially, and hoped that was enough to turn around. I mentioned earlier that I believed that this league is close enough that morale might be the difference between winning or losing. Can you control morale when you drop a game or two and bounce back? Because even if that gets you 2 or 3 wins versus 2 or 3 losses, just that little morale difference, that's huge in the standings in this league. So we managed to just stomp Lokomotiv Plovdiv after that 4-1. You see Antonov with the hat trick. He just took over the game. I'm still not super happy with him up front. He does score goals, but the rest of the time he often gets knocked off. And really, I would prefer somebody up there who's creating for the inside forwards with the setup we have now. But we'll take it. I'm not gonna say no to a hat trick. And Georgiev got a goal as well. Now Georgiev, we'd like to play him as an attacking forward. As an attacking midfielder. His coach complained that he's only supposed to be a midfield center. We don't play midfield center. So we played their team right here, Dunev next. I waited till the game was over, and then I released him. I didn't see any way for us to play him at his position since we don't play his position at the moment. So we let him go. Now, we did win the game 2-1. They had another Georgiev there who played well for him with a goal in the 27th. We actually played very poorly in the first half, and I yelled at the team at halftime. There were no subs to make. I didn't really have anything that I felt better going with, so we've gone ahead, but we managed to make a comeback here, and you can see Jean-Patrick here managed to score the winner in the 90th minute, which was spectacular. Now, I did go back and forth between whether I wanted to run 2 wingers and I could run Sergey and one of the new kids, Platev maybe. We played him here recently. Not Petkov, I don't think. That's the midfielder. Let's look. Let's go... No, it is Petkov. Sorry. Getting my new guys confused here a little bit. Who am I confusing him with? Oh, we put that kid down to the under-19s. That's right. I was the super creative player with the 14s, and then everything else was like 6. Anyway. So I could run Sergey and Petkov out here as regular wingers in their position, but because I'm still uncertain, despite the goals that we've recently gotten, about the abilities of our strikers. I decided I wanted to keep Coco and Jean-Patrick as our primary scoring option. That was the goal. I don't know how it's working. I mean, it worked obviously in this match. Botev Raka. We followed on with this, but you see Antonov got 2 more goals there. But so Coco got a goal as well, and Yordanov just got a spectacular free kick goal. It was so good in that one. So that was a good one. We come here to Pirin. I still can't say him. We're still going to call him Pirin. This was a close one. Kolev got a penalty shot in the 42nd minute, and that was the difference. Super tough match. Nobody played spectacular, and you can see we got both Sergey and Petkov in here just to see if we could make something happen when the inside forwards clearly were not working. So that brings us, we've got one match here against Levski Sofia. If we check the league standings, we can see that they are 3 points out. If they were to get a win, which would get them, I'm not sure if the tiebreaker is wins or goal difference. If the tiebreaker is going to be wins, they're out, right? They can't get 2 wins on the last day. They're stuck in 7th. If the tiebreaker is goal difference, they have a chance, because if Plovdiv were to lose and they were to win, by definition, their goal difference would have to go down, theirs would go up. They'd have a chance to get into the top 6. The bottom 8 play in a group, 2 groups of 4. Top 2 in each group stay up. Bottom 2, as far as I can tell, go down or go on to the next round, probably. That's my guess, actually, because I think only 2 go down. But regardless, whereas the top 6 play a round-robin tournament, we play each other twice. That's 10 matches. Now, we are safe. 42 points. There's no way we can go down. 39 points is the lowest we could have. Sofia can only get to 38. So this is a meaningless match for us. So because of that, we have rotated the staff a little bit. I've got Dimov up here. I put Mihov back in here. We haven't rotated that much. I put Nichev out here on the left instead, partly because Kolev is suspended. Okay, completely because Kolev is suspended. Now, this is only the second match that we are seeing Borovic. He was actually suspended for 3 matches. Yay, our general manager trading away our starting goalkeeper and bringing in somebody who's going to be suspended for the vast majority of the final bit of the season as we tried to stay in the top group. But we've managed to have done it, and to be fair, our general manager has done a pretty good job. Now, I'm a little bit uncertain. I think what I'm going to do for this one is, I think we are actually going to run Petkov and Sergey and give them a chance out here and see how it goes. Like I say, it is a meaningless match. We're just going to run them as wingers. I think we'll just run them as support wingers. I'm going to go ahead and put Antonov. I think we'll leave him on support too. He's been scoring goals on support. We'll see how that goes. And we're going to run Dimov. He wants a little bit more play time. This is a match we can give it to him without it really mattering too much. I don't think this is really where he wanted it. You can see he believes he's just a midfield center or defensive midfielder as well, according to my assistant manager. And to be fair, he does have good marking and tackling. But he also has great long shots. His passing is very good. He has some vision. His off the ball is good. And his flair is 9, and he's got a little bit of speed. So I think he'll play okay up there. He's 28 years old. We'll see how it goes. So I think this is how we're going to do it. And we could potentially just run him back here as an attacking playmaker from back here as well, which is where he'd rather be. And you can see we do have a connection there if we do that. Got a connection there. We've got a connection there. We've got this connection. I wasn't going to do that, but let's give it a try. Team selection. Let's go ahead and submit the team. We're on counter at the moment. I've started some matches on standard and control. I already talked about that a little bit. And we were just giving up huge amounts of possession. 60-40 was not rare at all. So I've knocked us back to counter, and we seem to have recovered when we've been put there. I guess get it going. By the way, apparently I'm about to be fired again. The captains had to come to my defense in the media and say they really should give me a little bit more time to prove that I'm worthy of being here. I've turned down 3 jobs with other teams, so I keep being told the board is thrilled with me, but at the same time, apparently my job's in jeopardy. So I don't know. Yeah, they've been great. A few subtle tweaks here and there. Jean-Patrick's coach is still pissed at me, and I've discovered that it's not because we weren't playing him in the right position. It was partly that, but we're also not playing him in the right role. Oh, a little corner into the header. Hassani puts that one away. Clearly they want this one. I mean, we're at home, we're on counter, and yet, man, they've jumped into this one right away. Apparently we were up to 4th place. Somebody else must be losing even faster than we were. Anyway, he wants him to be a right winger. despite the fact that he's left-footed. So we're just going to ignore that, and we're going to play him where we're going to play him. They'll take him away when they take him away, but in the meantime, I don't see the need to run him in a bad spot for who he is. And for, you know, and I like my 2 attacking midfielders. So, man, we're just not playing well. I'm going to man more already. I don't normally jump on it this early, but look at that. No shots. Again, possession. Now, we may not be able to advance the ball. We did slide our guy back a little bit there. But we should still be able to maintain some possession here in the middle. We're on counter, for God's sakes. It's not like we're doing anything crazy. There we go. There's possession coming back up a little bit. And we have got some shots on goal now. One was even, well, one was on goal and 2 were not. But we've got some shots. All 3 of them were long shots, though. Headed that one out. They fed it back in. Oh, Hassani again. Nobody marked him. Who was this? He was offsides, though, wasn't he? Yeah, I was going to say, everybody was back here. All our guys were. So maybe that's okay. See, our guys all come forward. All of them come forward. They're all way up here. They've got 2 guys offsides. Oh, look at that. I'd never noticed that. They've never shown that before. I like that. That's very cool. They should show that every time. Maybe it's because we don't do the replays for that very often. I like that. 2 minutes. So they're still up 1-0. Clearly, our winger experiment is not working. Although they might have something to play for. So we don't know. We don't. So they might have the mental advantage there. What's he going to say? I think that's fair. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to move Dimov up, and we're gonna change this. Let's go Coco as an inside forward on attack. And because this might be the last game that we're going to see him, let's go ahead and put John Patrick in there as well, inside forward on attack, something like that. I don't know why it'd be the last. I mean, we've got the championship phase of the thing to still play. Is his loan only good up to the end of here? Seems odd, but possible. I mean, I'd think you'd want a loaner till the end of the season, not just till the end of the preliminary portion of the season's over. All right, so we see Jean Patrick feeds it all the way up to Coco. Look at that as he attacks. Oh, and that's why we've been playing it. Coco has been so good out there. You know, since we put him in, we talked a little bit of smack on him early, and every time we called his name, he got better and better and better. What, we doing okay, Shorty? Dimov to Jean Patrick. He just boots it forward. Look at that. That was that hit early crosses. Coco fires it in, because we got 3 guys coming in, and then we should have the wingers coming up from behind, so it makes sense. 1-1. Nice to get back into this one. This team has done a pretty good job of coming back from matches when we've been down. We got another corner. We've got to watch Hassani. All right, we boot that one away. They're way offsides. They're still offsides. They're still offsides. I don't know if that goal would have counted or not. They clearly weren't affecting play, but at the same time, they were offsides. Jean Patrick feeds it up to Yordanov. Yordanov to Coat. Oh, it got taken away. That first touch wasn't good enough. All right, Bus. Hopefully they'll park him somewhere. I'm fine with the draw at this point. Completely fine with the draw. Let's go ahead and take a look at the league table if I can find it. Keep an eye. We're in 3rd place right now with the draw. That's pretty amazing. That tells you how tight this match is, that we could be anywhere from 6th to 3rd with 1 point. Oh my gosh, beautiful header by Ismail Issa. Puts that one away. Levski Sofia up 2-1. We're back down to 5th position. I'm going to demand more again. Why not? I want the score. We're still not in possession at all. But you can see 48 points to 38 points. That's 2nd to 7th. So 10 points from, you know, at the very top essentially to out. Now, granted, Ludogorets Razgrad has run away with this. But even more than that, if you look at 42 to say, well, 32, we're going to get some separation down here, which we haven't had that's just started the last couple weeks. And that's, again, Coco again. Assist with Jean Patrick. That's a connection we've gotten today. That time off the corner kick. I think, again, morale has come to a point where the teams that were close but just couldn't quite pull it out, their morale has begun to sink. We've seen at least 1 coach fired so far. And now we're beginning to get some separation. And we see Litex Lovech, who came up with us. They look like they're going to go back down probably. Oh my gosh. Antonov, a beautiful strike there. When you give him a little bit of space down here, he doesn't miss very often. The problem is when he doesn't have the space. You get him a spot like that, that's perfect. He doesn't have to fight, off 3 or 4 guys hanging off of him. We've got a nice little bubble for him there, and he puts it away, and we're up 3-2. Come back from this brilliantly. Yordanov is a bit tired. He's also on a yellow. We probably should change him out, but I'm going to wait to see what happens here. Ishmael has played well. Look at that. Goalkeeper makes a great save. Hangs on to it. Let's go ahead and make some subs here. Coco is injured. We're going to put in... Ooh, we've only got 1 sub left. I guess it's going to be Antanasov. That's fine. I was going to take out somebody on a yellow card who was tired, but I'm more worried about the injury. So even if we were to lose Jean-Patrick, we could run Sergei over there as a regular winger and stick with Coco as an inside forward, as an attacker for us. Itov does beautifully to take that away. And Antonov puts it back up to Antanasov. This is his first touch since coming in. He beautifully fed up to Jean-Patrick, but just a little bit too far. Jean-Patrick's unable to run onto it. Dimov puts that one up. Just a touch too far. A little bit optimistic with that. Maybe Coco gets there, but Antanasov did not. Dimov has not played badly up there. I'm uncertain whether, some of our problems or issues are because we have played him back a little bit further. But that was spectacular for Jean-Patrick. Oh, first touch, good save. Krastev had to make a great save to stop that. That was a great shot. Jean-Patrick is continuing to influence the game out there on the right. And 5 minutes injury time left. Man, injury time in 2018 is just insane. We had over 5 minutes in a game with no injuries. Now, I understand you've got corners and other things that take time out of that, but with nothing really going on, injury-wise, to see 5 to 6 minutes of injury time is crazy. And Tanasov feeds it way up. Oh, Hassani does a great job of jumping forward to take control of that. Iliev feeds it up. Oh, spectacular. Was he on sides? I think he was. They're going to say he was as well. Late equalizer. I'll take the draw. I don't know if that still puts us in 3rd place or not. The pass wasn't the mistake. Not coming to the pass was the mistake. He was trying to take it on the run. Completely forgot that it was going to be somebody else was in for that one. And that's a game. We got a draw at home. Not terrible. They played pretty well, but Coco got a brace. That puts us in 3rd place. Like I say, look at this. All of this, 6th to 2nd is 10 points, but we had 3 teams within a point of each other. Super, super close. I will just let the assistant do that one. Unlucky boys. I think they just had more to play for. I think that's what it was. We were lucky to hang on to that one. Coco's injured. He's out 1 to 2 days is all. We can live with that. He again played great. We're definitely going to praise him. We need as much morale as possible. Let's hit continue and see how things look. One of the things we need to look at is I can't talk. Finances. Let's take a look at finances. So last season, we were dropping down. Despite being pretty good with our finances, our general manager's done a good job with contracts and with wages and stuff. He's got a lot of players on free. He's been frugal. This season, with the extra TV money, and such, probably TV money, we've done much better. So I think probably next season, he's going to be able to spend some cash, most likely. I mean, we ended last season down here. I'm not sure what that number is because it just tells us minus 100K is down there somewhere. But they don't even give us is the line there? Apparently the chart isn't equal top and bottom. I'm assuming that that's the only place there's a line, so that's minus 100K. So we ended up maybe minus 90K or something like that. And this season we're well, I was going to say triple that, but it's triple a negative. We're 250,000 or so up. So at a 173 here right now, we're doing pretty good. Our transfer budget is still there. Our original budget was 784. We've got 12,000 in now. He's done a good job with the people he sold, primarily our goalie. Payroll, we potentially have 30. We're spending, a third of that. So obviously I had a bunch of money here. This was the TV money that came in, but we haven't been spending much, and we've been getting in just little bits of money here and there. So we've done pretty well. Now I'm interested in seeing how things are going to spill out for the rest of us. Itov reaches yellow card limit. That's fine. Let's hit continue a couple more times, because despite looking at last season and seeing, that's how I kind of figured things out. I looked at the standings for last season so I could see the different sections. I'm going to kind of go ahead here. Sarko-Selo still has a match to play in 6th place, so they could still jump up to 41. Wrong league. I'm playing too many games at too much. They're Polish, and I do have a Polish game going on. So let's see what happens here. Sure, we'll get an analyst report. It's all I can click. Okay, so Parva Liga. These are the last few players to play. No, not everybody's got 25 yet. We're waiting on Slava Sofia to play Litek Shlovic in what is a meaningless game. One team is going down. Well, one team is going to the playoffs. The other's going to the championship. So let's get this one done really quick. See how fast this goes when you just have one league going. It's spectacular. So here's our championship tournament here. So we're in 4th place at the moment. Not too bad. I can live with that. Much better than I expected us to be fair. Like I say, I really thought we'd be struggling with relegation. Coco's done fairly well with these first league player of the rounds. He's won a couple of these, I think. And Jean-Patrick out here, despite the fact we're playing him here. It's okay. It's okay. Trying to find a way to get all those players into a team sometimes is hard. And anything else going to happen? Okay, I guess not. That's what we're going to see. So we know what our next 10 games are going to be. We're home here against Ludogorets Razgrad. I kind of expect we're going to lose both of these matches here because it's Ludogorets. Now, if we can maintain a morale through this bit, we've got 3 home games in the last 4. So, we might be able to do something. Now, I don't know that it's going to matter. You can see there is one spot here, and I believe it's for, let's look really fast. Let's look. Let's make sure we know what we're playing for here. Let's check the rules. Qualification. 6 teams qualify for championship. 1 team qualifies for UEFA Champions League first qualifying phase. 2 teams qualify for UEFA Europa League first qualifying round. So, potentially, if we can finish in the top 3, we've got a chance at Europe. Essentially, that's what we're saying. How would we do there? I don't know. We wouldn't probably have any issues making the rules for any of that stuff because we are very homegrown to the point where one of the last coaches we met accused me of destroying the game of football because of my domestic bias. Apparently that's bad. Not really sure. But we start with all of our points here. So along with 100% of points from the preliminary phase. So we're in a good position, but realistically, I mean, 3rd through 6th, right? We're within 3 points of each other. Now, Ludogorets, they've already got a 9-point lead on CSK Sofia and a 14-point lead on Cherno. So these games are essentially meaningless for them. Let's see. If CFK Sofia was to win everything, that would be 30 points. Okay, so that would take them up to 79. So Ludogorets have to get 20 points out of these 10 games. Okay, well that's a little bit more than winning half. Right? I mean, they've got to win 7 out of the 10 to be mathematically clear right now. But I don't think that's it. I think pretty quickly they're going to be clear. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you didn't. Shorty would like to thank you for letting him be part of our video today. You can see he's doing a lot better now. He's calmed down. at this point. No more shaking. And subscribe if you'd like to see more. We'll see you next time. Cheers.